we caught the Rip Fire Force set in our spider web. Welcome to the spider web. For this video, I will unbox the Rip Fire Force set. So, if you don't know what Rip Fire is a Hasbro series where they make bays that light up. Now, there are Rip Fire bays in Slingshot and also now Speedstorm. So that's really, really cool. So this bay does glow. As you can see, it has a little yellow aesthetic to it. So that's really cool. And it does indeed include batteries. It comes with two 1.5V batteries. So if you're wondering, get this. I bought this from Walmart, if you're wondering. And a lot of people keep asking me, oh, how much does it cost? It costs $25. Believe it or not, when this bay set was first revealed, people were going crazy because they thought it was going to cost a whole lot. But if you compare it to the other shark launcher set they had, this isn't that much of a big deal, let's be honest. Okay, so the shark launcher in here looks really cool. And the bay does look interesting on the box, but we're going to you have to open it up. So let's flip it over. Demise Hyperion H6 is indeed the bay. Spins to the right, makes sense. Now the disc D04L, which is I believe limited, but it's widened out to fit the wide driver. And this driver is actually Merger Speedstorm, except it's a Ripfire version. Let's look at the launcher. So it does launch bays that spin to both left and right, which is really cool. And it has a power gauge. Is it gauge? I believe it's pronounced gauge. I don't know. But basically, the harder you launch, the more this meter moves up and stuff. It's such a weird gimmick. I don't even know if that really works. But it probably does. We'll have to see when I open this thing. Alright. Let's go ahead and do this. Alright, we got the parts and the launcher. Let's take a look at this. So, I will indeed start out with the launcher first. The launcher? Now this launcher looks really cool. This is a recolor of another shark launcher. Okay, yeah, so this is a recolor and it looks very cool. Like, very cool. I really do like the white and the yellow. The orange here, it just matches it well. And I like the whole little hurricane-ish aesthetic we got going on in there. So this is the power gauge. So basically, the harder you launch, the more this little meter moves, or this little dial. Okay, so as you can see, it went from here, looped around all the way up to here. So it does actually move. Now this orange ripcord is pretty nice, You can get a good grip to it. You just put your finger in the middle here. And when you put this back in, it's kind of bent, I know, but make sure this is facing down. So right now, you gotta flip it like this. And put it in like that. So this is how it should be. It shouldn't be facing up, in my opinion. Because if you have it facing up, it's kind of weird. Like, let me show y'all. It's like, it kind of, hooks up with this whole shark head thing. So yeah, just make sure you have it flipped downwards. It makes a whole lot more sense. The first shark launcher had an issue where it was kind of fragile. The gears in here were kind of fragile to break as a result of this. I don't know if this recolor is more improved. It could be, because remember that red sword themed launcher that Hasbro made and that was pretty weak? Well, the blue themed one was actually stronger. So this could be a similar case. Now there is something very important I must show y'all. Very important, and a lot of people make this mistake. I know it's facing up, but alright. So you see, I launched it like this. Now a lot of people would just launch it like that and immediately put this back in and just, launch it again next time they're going to use it. Before you do anything, press this button. It resets the gauge. Because if you don't press it, you're going to tear up the gears very easily. So you got to always press this button. If this is moved, you got to always press this button and reset it before you actually use it again. That's something I gotta say. I don't know exactly how powerful this is, but we can get to it later. Alright, now moving on to the bay. First part we're gonna look over is Demise. And Demise is pretty solid. Pretty solid. Is it the greatest ring? No. Is it really, really bad? No. It's pretty solid. I like it. Now the look of this does remind me of Nerf for some reason. Like the whole Nerf gun products. Like the toy products. This reminds me of it a lot. I do like it, although now that I actually see it in my own lens, I actually think this is fine. I'm gonna shine a light on it. Let's see. But you actually shine a light on it. Yeah, it looks interesting. I think the main issue that I have with this is just that I wish there was a bit more blue. That's really it. Maybe a bit more blue over here, but then maybe that'll be a little too much. I don't know. It still looks pretty good. Y'all can go tell me about your thoughts in the comments. I like this. I kind of like this. I know a lot of people, some people were dissing on it because it's like, oh, it's amberish. But to be honest, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who actually like this color. But, you know, some people don't like it, which is fine. Next up we have the Hyperion H6 chip, and it looks clean, actually. Pretty clean. So, I like the purple. Okay, I will say that the blue is kind of weird. Or is it? No, I have to say the purple is kind of weird. It probably would have made more sense if this was more yellow instead of purplish or magenta-ish. I don't know. But as a chip alone, it looks fine. And they also paint the eye. I always have to call it out because sometimes they don't. Alright, look at the QR code right there. And the slopes, not looking too good. they're not looking too good. Alright, let's put this whole thing together. This is cool. But yeah, I forgot to mention this layer. I mean, I think I already did. But the layer is very transparent. Or the chip, anyway, is pretty transparent. The layer is also transparent, but not as transparent as the chip. And I'm assuming it's because the chip is, like, lighter. It just has, like, a clear color to it. But yeah, if this was more yellow, this would probably look a little bit better. The purple just kind of stands out in a weird way, in my opinion. Next up, we have a widened out limited. Now, this disc, look, no Ripfire disc is competitive. You can't use these discs on non-Ripfire combos. So let's say you want to put this on a Hypersphere combo, you actually can't do that. You want to put on like a Speedstorm combo? No, you can't do that either. Like, I mean by Speedstorm, or specifically, I mean like a non-Ripfire driver. Like if you're going to use like a normal merge or a merge or Speedstorm that's not this, it's not going to work. You're going to need an actual Ripfire driver for this to work. But yeah, so it has no like competitive value at all, but at the same time it's kind of like there's nothing for me to complain about in this regard because they're not even meant to be competitive. Ripfire bays are meant to really be just for fun, so I really don't have anything to say against this disc. I knew this was coming to begin with. Finally, we have this Ripfire driver, which is Merger Speedstorm Ripfire. I don't know how they say it, but this is interesting. It's basically Merger, but has a super wide upper base. And you're probably wondering, what's this? Well, this is supposed to keep the batteries from being wasted while it's in the packaging. Because sometimes you can actually shake this and it'll light up a little bit and that'll drain the battery. So they put this in here to disrupt the electric flow of it, apparently. And it keeps this from wasting battery power. Now, if you watch this like the way it is, it's not going to work. It's not going to light up and it's going to be rather off balance because of this. So what are you going to do? Just straight up pull it out. And now, I don't know if you really saw that. There you go. Now you see it sparkles up. That's really, really cool. I have to mention that to a lot of people. Alright, so let's put this together. And yeah, I didn't think the slopes would be good on this guy. They're not good. They're bad. Goodness, this does not feel good at all. We got the scale. 2.87 grams? Or 2.86 grams, whatever. Okay. Demise. 9.93 grams. Put this together. 12.80 grams. Disc. 15.27 grams. 26? Yeah, as expected. 12.80 grams for the driver. Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. 40.88 grams. So despite having a very light disc, the whole driver just helps make up for that apparently. Nice. Okay, so it still weighs around 40 grams. Interesting. The only thing I really have against this is the slopes right now. The slopes just do not feel good. But yeah, let's move on to the test battles. Gasp! Spyder is missing. I don't see him anywhere. Don't worry guys, I'm fine. 3, 2, 1, there. There's a nice little stealthy test launch in the dark with the sparking launcher because it makes this even cooler. Well, functions like merger. Interesting. This may actually be better than the original merger Speedstorm. If I'm being honest with you. Simply because it's wider player. Maybe. That test is life after death. Wait, it probably doesn't make any sense to do it in the dark. There we go. 3, 2, 1, minute. Well, another test launch in the light. Okay. Okay. Honestly, I like. The look of this bay is kind of growing on me now that I'm looking at. It looks nice in my opinion. It could look better, but okay. So this launcher, it feels okay. Remember to press this button, kids. Yeah, it feels okay. I don't know if it's as strong as a sparking launcher. I doubt it is, but it's definitely not a bad launcher in terms of strength. Let's put this bay up against some opponents. How about Curse the Tune? 3, 2, 1, there. Oh, we already get a burst finish. Curse the Tune with that victory. Already not a good sign for it. Curse the Tune barely put any effort into that, let's be honest. Alright, let's try this again. 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Come on, Demise. Never mind, Demise. Demise Hyperion is meeting its demise already. Okay, I'll stop. First finish again. Alright, get out of here, Curse the Tune. You proved your point. You're good. You're better than this guy. Well, let's nerf the competition. How about Vex Lucius? You know, you gotta beat Vex, right? But then again, it doesn't have the barrier, so maybe it'll actually do good against you. I mean, you have bad slow. You're not gonna let Vex beat you, right? Are you really gonna let Vex take you down? Yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't think you were gonna let Vex take you down. Oh, but you nearly bursted. But you won, so who cares, right? Right? Okay. Beat it again. Make it official. And you lost to Vex. Noob. Dang, Vex, you be taunting. Okay. Alrighty. Let's move on. You gotta beat Flamebringer, right? Oh. I nearly launched this without resetting the game. You gotta reset this. I gave you a bit of a head start. You gotta win. Oh wow, it actually did win. Oh, but yeah, I gave this 0 meteor, by the way. Because otherwise people were gonna get mad. And the slopes didn't move? What? Well, you didn't really push the slopes on Hyperion either, but you beat it. 3, 2, 1, there. I mean, this isn't really the best of things going up against. Oh, wow. Double burst. Double burst. I guess I'll give Demise a bit of the credit. Double burst is nice. Okay. So, let's get Hyperion out of here and get Helios. Helios Blaze Bringer. Why not? 3, 2, 1, there. Whoa. He kind of pushes around. driver has a lot of life after death because of how wide it is. Like Merger, Ripfire, Speedstorm, whatever. It has a lot of life after death. That's cool. Okay. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Trying this again. I know you lost the first time, but there's always next time. Whoa. Oh no, it's getting smacked around. It's getting smacked around. Okay. Even though it has a lot of life after death, you can tell because of how thin they made this. One part down here, it still tips around. It tips around. Tips over. You can tell. You can tell. So far, this bay looks cool, but it is not really playing the part. Okay, how about Mirage Fafnir? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Oh! Yo! First finish! It actually beat Mirage! Okay. Not that bad. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. I thought I was gonna take an L. Gosh. If it ever did beat Mirage, I was gonna think, oh, it's just gonna win as a survivor if it ever wins. But no, it burst Mirage. Okay. Okay. I don't feel like winning another one. Okay, Spyder stats. I don't got that burst and all that, but it looks nice, especially when it spins. It functions nicely when it glows and everything. Very cool. Very cool, especially in the dark or in a darker point of day. It's really cool. Chip looks nice, but it just has bad slopes. Bad slopes, like really bad slopes. The worst slopes out of any Hyperion chip. The Demise looks cool. I think I already said that. But Demise is actually a good brand. This, have nothing against it. It's Ripfire. Driver, better life after death. Life after death saves it from being absolute garbage, but yeah, it's ouch. For me. Launcher, I really have nothing against it, although it's not as powerful as other launchers. That's really the only bad thing I'm going to say about it. So I'm going to go ahead and say, I guess, 9 out of 10. It looks cool and everything. Wish it was a bit more powerful, but at the same time, it's still cool. It's still a really cool launcher. The launcher is probably one of the best parts of this set. The launcher and I guess the driver. Oh, the set in general, I'm gonna give it... Launcher is pretty good, pretty fun to use, especially if you handle it properly. Bay is cool, but it's not really competitive. I mean, it's just not really that strong because of burst resistance. But it can get wacky wins. If the Bay was better, and the launcher was stronger, just like a bit stronger, this would probably be a perfect thing. But yeah, that's really all I have to say. Thank y'all for watching, and keep blading.